All right, today we're going to dive into this one single communication lesson. But trust me, it's a game changer. It comes from a recruiter's personal story, and it's one of those ideas that's so simple you'll wonder why you haven't been doing it your whole life, especially when things get tense. So, what is it? Just three simple words. First, let them land. Kind of weird, right? What does that even mean, to let someone land? Well, to really get it, we've got to go back to the story where this phrase was born. So, let's paint a picture. You're in a busy recruiting office. It's one of those chaotic afternoons. Our storyteller is new, just in training, and they're shadowing their mentor when, of course, the phone rings. You can just feel the stress in the air. And on the other end of that line, a candidate. And they are not happy. You can hear it in their voice, that frustration, that feeling of just not being listened to. We've all been there, right? This is one of those crucial moments that can really make or break a relationship. And this is where it gets interesting. The storyteller's first instinct, and let's be honest, it's probably our first instinct too, is to jump in and fix it, right? We want to offer solutions, solve the problem, be the hero. But the mentor, they do something totally different. They just gently hold up a hand, a silent signal that just says, "Not yet, just wait." That simple gesture was followed by a whisper, "Let them land." So what does that actually look like in practice? Well, it pretty much boils down to three simple but absolutely critical rules. And here's what it all boils down to. It sounds so simple. Step one, don't interrupt. I know, it's hard, but you got to let them finish. Step two, you fight that urge, that powerful instinct to fix everything right away. And step three, maybe the most important one, you just give them space. You let the silence do the work. You give their words and, their feelings a place to settle. Okay, so our storyteller takes the advice. They stop, they wait, and they really listen. And what happens next? Well, it's just an amazing example of how powerful this whole approach is. It was a total, and I mean total, transformation. And get this, it didn't take long. We're not talking about a half-hour call. We're talking about less than a minute. Within just a single minute of being actually heard, you could hear the change in the candidate's voice. The entire vibe of the call just started to shift. So the call started here, tense, frustrated, completely on the defensive. You know that feeling when someone is just bracing for a fight because they feel like no one is listening? And just 60 seconds of quiet space brought them here. To calm. All that tension just melted away because they were finally allowed to get it all out, without being cut off or managed. And this, right here, this is the kicker. At the end of the call, what did the candidate thank them for? Not the job opportunity, not some brilliant solution. They thanked them for their patience. Think about that. The human connection, that feeling of being heard, was more important than the business deal. In this moment, listening was the solution. This one little story really pulls back the curtain on a much bigger idea about how we all communicate. And it's a principle that works everywhere, whether you're at the office or at the dinner table at home. We spend so much time trying to come up with the perfect response, the perfect fix for everything. But what this story shows us is that amazing communication, it's not about being perfect. It's about offering something way more human. It's about offering your presence, your clarity, and your emotional steadiness. I mean, think about it. In any tough conversation with a client, your boss, your partner, what do you really want? You want to feel heard. You want to feel seen. That's what presence is all about. It's not about having the answers. It's about just being there. And let's really zero in on this idea of emotional steadiness. What is it? It's that ability to stay centered and present, even when things are moving a million miles an hour. It's like being the calm in the storm during a tough negotiation or a tense meeting. This is the skill that lets you give someone that space to land, even when every fiber of your being is screaming at you to jump in, to argue, to fix it now. Okay, so how do we take this amazing idea and actually use it in our own lives? Well, it all starts with just turning that spotlight back on ourselves for a moment. I mean, what a great question. This really makes you stop and think, doesn't it? Are we just hearing the words someone is saying, or are we actually slowing down enough to understand the feeling, the need, the real message that's hiding just underneath the surface? So I'm going to leave you with this one thought to chew on. Think about your own life for a second. When was a time someone gave you that space to land? Or maybe, when did you give that incredible gift to someone else? I bet if you think about it, you'll realize just how unbelievably powerful a little bit of patient listening can be.